Today's show is with Jonathan Sanchez and Cris Brewer. We are at the Black Bear Diner in West Olympia, getting ready to have some dinner and talk to one of our camera people, Jonathan Sanchez. We did a whole story at Black Bear Diner and about the diner in Oregon. Jonathan, how are you?
I'm good, yourself?
Okay, I guess.
My name is Jonathan Sanchez, and right now I'm having salad with ranch, and my New York steak is on the way.
Cool. Your ranch, where's your ranch?
Right here.
Okay, well put it on there then. So tell me, how do you know me, hon?
I met you because when I moved into the park, I didn't really know many people, and my mom met you first, and then I met you, and we just got to talking and started doing stuff like this, and we just like hung out for a little bit one day and just been hanging out ever since.
You helped me go shopping and things? And
Yes, I do. And
you took the classes, and now you're my...
camera person.
There you go. But you're not from Washington, are you?
No, I'm from South Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
Rapid City, South Dakota is my hometown. Lived there for 15 years, moved here a few years ago. And I like Washington.
Mm-hmm. How old are you, Jonathan?
I'm 19 right now.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to stay in Washington, you think?
I think so, I hope so.
Mm-hmm. Later on the show, we're going to do the second part of Christopher Brewer's
Alright.
Spirit Chasers. You watched the footage, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah. One of the things it's going to deal with a lot of old Halloween commercials from the 50s and 60s. Do you remember anything about it?
Not really.
Not really. That's not helping me any, but that's okay. But times have changed so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand you filmed the local elections. What did you think on that?
Well,
And we're not editing.
okay. I had a lot of fun doing that, actually. It was like one of my first filming experiences.
So, and what did you think about the way the candidates was doing things?
They could do a lot with a lot of stuff around Olympia. Like when we were driving here, we saw all those road workers like building stuff and stuff like that. But I don't really know, actually.
Well, the reason I'm asking you, you're a young person, so you just started voting recently. And so as a young person, were you impressed with the local government?
Not really. I've seen a lot of stuff like that. Because I've lived in South Dakota, I've stayed in Colorado for a while, and I lived in Texas, and now I'm here. And to me, I think the general idea is all the same. It's just what the candidates and like all the other people think about it, and their perspective on it.
So in our association, you've been pretty much informed. You're on Facebook?
Yes, I am.
You going to work now?
Yeah, I work at Ace Industrial downtown, like across from the vault. what we do is we sell like from air hoses to tool kits and just a bunch of stuff.
So in your own way, and we talked about that. Are you ready for an adulthood?
Kind of in the stage my dad was when he was 19. He wasn't really ready, and so I really.
But he already had kids, didn't he?
Yeah, he had me when he was like 19, 20, around there. So he kind of had to grow up fast.
Yeah.
I'm still in like the teenager thing.
Yeah, but you're coming out of it pretty good.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let you eat your salad there for a minute, no?
Alright.
And I have the soup. I'll show you a picture of it. Navy bean soup.
It's good.
New York steak. For Jonathan's smile.
It looks really good.
And sirloin for me. Old-fashioned jukebox. How was your dinner?
It was fantastic. I really liked it.
Yeah. Well, usually we end up Chinese, and it's always the same thing. Yeah.
It's nice for a change.
I want to get your. Well, what I want to know from you, since it's the Halloween thing with Cris Brewer,
Yeah.
the difference between my generation, we talked to the waitress for a minute, her generation and yours. Are you having fun at all?
With what?
As a young person,
Oh yeah, I have a lot of fun.
you can't throw toilet paper at the houses.
Huh?
You can no longer put toilet paper on the houses.
Yeah, I know.
You can't put eggs in the mailboxes.
Yeah.
What else can't you do?
You can. There are designated areas for where you can light your fireworks off for the 4th of July because kids love fireworks, and you just can't do that everywhere. Which is different from where I lived in South Dakota, because you could pretty much just do it anywhere in your backyard or in your front yard or in your driveway, no matter what, if you wanted to.
You know something crazy? When I filmed the jukebox there, it came on. I didn't see a person there, huh?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? What's next for you?
What do you mean?
What is it you want to do from here on in?
After school? I want to go to culinary school and then apprentice being a chef, and then work up to head chef, and then eventually I want to own my own Mexican restaurant.
So in that year that we've been doing things together, what have you learned?
I've learned that it takes a lot more to put together in a show than what someone sees on TV. And it's a lot more complicated, and also learned that if you mess up even a little bit, you have to restart and redo everything.
We learned how to
create parking spaces by if you're looking for a parking space in a parking lot and you say it over and over again, it'll create itself.
Yeah.
That's all really you have to do, and I didn't know that until we started working together.
You learned how to shop?
Yeah, actually. I didn't really know much about shopping, but now I know a lot more than I did.
Yeah, and so what else have we learned? We learned how to hold our temper.
Yeah.
I had the incident today, I wanted to retaliate, but I didn't. Let's see what else we learned.
What else did we learn?
Jonathan is thinking. 10 seconds on TV is a long time.
Okay.
So while he's thinking, I'm gonna give you another shot at these beautiful bears. Scott Lake has a cougar in bear. A cougar in bear alert. You have to watch the kids. You know? What was the question? I forgot the question. Do you remember it?
What else have we learned?
What else have we learned? People not listening.
Huh?
People aren't listening.
Oh yeah, people don't listen and they don't really pay attention to what other people have to say unless it interests them, but sometimes you have to listen to what other people have to say.
Do you remember the little incident at the grocery store?
Yes, I do, over at...
Yeah, you want to tell it?
Yeah. We were checking out of the grocery store and you were talking to the lady as you were checking out, and as soon as we checked out, she completely lost all interest in what you were saying, and you just kept talking.
I talked about her,
Yeah.
to her, and she had no clue. Yeah, so there's that, and we already set you on Facebook, right?
Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm. Got a girlfriend?
No, I don't. Not at the moment.
Are you looking?
Not really.
Okay, because it'll be almost Christmas
Yeah.
when they get around to you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Been kind of compared, the whole country's underwater, on fire. We're doing pretty good. It's a dreary day now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, you want to announce our clip here?
Our clip?
Mm-hmm. With Cris Brewer.
Oh, yeah. This is like...
Part 2.
Yeah, part 2 of our clip with Cris Brewer, and it's called...
Spirit Chasers.
Spirit Chasers, yeah. I kind of forgot the name.
Cool. Alzheimer's.
I know, it's trying to come back on. It was just... I sit there here.
I've been to a lot of mines. I've never seen any mines that one.
I was one of New York City's leading paranormal researchers.
Paranormal, is that what they're calling your kind these days?
Get up!
Okay, so this one time there was this guy named Dr. Frankenstein.
And he was all, I'm going to make a monster.
So he dug up a corpse.
Found a brain.
And filled them both with enough electricity to power Cleveland.
It's alive! It's alive!
And what do you know? The monster was a monster. He was all...
And soon enough, the townspeople found out about the monster.
So they teamed up with the doctor to hunt him down.
To the old mill!
And the monster's all like... and the townsfolk are all like... and then the monster's like...
Wait, the townspeople! I'm a horrible beast, it's true. But my actions are but a product of a society that would rather hold me at arm's length than embrace me. You call me a monster, but ask yourself, who's really the monster here? Burn it alive! Kill the monster!
I used to love it at night when my mom and her sisters would sit around the kitchen table and they'd be visiting, and I'd be sitting around the corner listening and waiting for their voices to become hushed and more intent, because I knew that's when they were talking about ghosts, haunted places, and they told the scariest ghost stories.
I think a lot of the energy that we feel is sometimes residual from the people staying there.
So is this that place that used to be Van Briggle, the pottery, or do they just have art from Van
It has the
Briggle?
art from there.
Because I know Van Briggle is totally haunted. What have people reported here again?
The other day, somebody reported sitting in there writing reports after everybody else had left. There was 2 people in the building, and they had reported a sense of chill. They felt like a really cold feeling and uneasy, to the point of feeling nauseous. So they just shut down their computer and left because they just felt so awkward. And I've had experiences there when I've been there by myself, where I'm sitting typing a report on a computer and there's no one in the building, and the room is a secured room where all the records are. It's locked, you can't get in without a code. I sat there and I was typing, and the next thing I know, it sounds like somebody's trying to get into the filing cabinet. So the filing cabinet started rattling, and I didn't pay any attention to it really, and then I heard it again, plus some papers rustling. And I knew I was the only one in the building, so I just said, you do realize I'm in here. Just kind of let the energy know that I heard them and I'm aware of them, and I'm in the midst of doing schoolwork, so I don't really have time to play, so to speak. So.
And then what was this gentleman? He was seeing having visions of dead bodies?
Yeah, he was having visions of seeing people laying on the floor, and he just took that for himself. He recorded that in his mind as dead bodies, and it's not surprising. And it's not surprising because we've had people, because it's a counseling center, people that have taken their life, and that might be their last energetic space. And a lot of the buildings in town are known to be haunted with people that have had tuberculosis and died in those buildings. I think in some it's energy, and in others it's not just energy, but it's ghosts. So I'm curious as to, is it residual energies like at the counseling center? Residual energies of people being there all the time. I mean, it's a counseling center with tons of people coming through it, dealing with hard emotional issues.
Yeah.
And so is some of the energy that people are recognizing or feeling or sensing just energy that's been left over from people coming and going with such intense emotion. So, right. There's just no history of what the land was prior to it, and this being a large youth population at one point, we don't know if where things have been built, if they've been built on Indian burial grounds or just honored sites or whatnot. So it'll be interesting to see what you pick up. When you come in.
Are you all ready for math camp?
Yay!
This is gonna be the best summer ever!
An evil ghost from the past has returned.
I heard that 20 years ago, a kid named Freddie J. Michaels cracked and went on a murder spree in this very classroom.
Look, I made mine say boobless. That's awesome. Make mine do it. Oh, that's strange. Yours says murder.
That's not a rational number!
I love doing calculus naked in the sand.
I prefer long division! This Halloween, nothing can prepare you for Mad Camp Massacre! Part 12, the final chapter. Come and get me, Freddie J. Michaels! Don't forget your protractor.
Get up!
This graveyard is spooky.
Hey, look, a zombie!
zombies will never find me in here.
The zombies have found us here.
No!
I sure hope they don't bust through that window. Get them off! My shoe! Whoa, that was close. Quick, get in the truck!
Hurry, drive away!
Whew! Safe at last.
The truck is on fire!
Oh, motherfucker!
I'm so sick of these ghetto dowsing rods. Modern ghost hunters have EMF detectors, you realize? Got a fracking compass and a tape recorder. Are you still not coming tonight?
I have to work.
It's always better with two.
Who's that a quote from?
Pooh. Bear. You really don't think there's anything to this, do you? You don't really believe in any of this?
Well, don't take it the wrong way. I have to work.
Well, I just intuitively feel that you don't believe in something that's extremely important to me. I mean, what do you believe in?
Christopher, another time, alright?
Do you believe in us?
Cris.
I need you! You know what? Screw it. If you can't believe in something, you can't believe in the future. I'll do it myself.
I don't know. This is getting dangerous.
Nothing without an element of danger. One day you wake up, and you find yourself moving about in the smallest possible space. It's a cage of your own making. You don't have to be just another dullard. Do this with me. There are gifts for those of us who face our fears, who go out into the darkness, who call out for direct communication with the divine. If you don't show God that you don't believe, don't expect any miracles when you need them. Honey, anything is possible, but you have to believe.
I've seen it. Just look at this picture. There's really something to this. You can't deny it. See you, James.
Do you like being married to me?
So, you sure you don't mind this? Running around the middle of the night with me? Chasing spirits? Is that what we should call ourselves? Spirit chasers.
There's one magical, haunted evening each year when all the scary creatures come out to prowl through every neighborhood.
I think about how much fun Halloween is. It's a nice and scary time, isn't it? I also worry a little bit about the things that can spoil the fun of Halloween. Those kinds of things scare me too. What about having a candle burning inside your pumpkin? A candle in a pumpkin on a wooden porch might not be safe at all. It's best to stay away from lighted candles that are inside or outside of jack-o'-lanterns. You know why.
But here's the scariest monster of all. This little witch doesn't know it, but she's taking some frightening chances of being hurt. Her costume is very, very dangerous.
Look across the street there. Do you see what I see? That robot is Jeremy in his costume.
You look great.
Well, it may look great from the outside, but from the inside, things don't look very good at all.
How are you going to walk in that?
Sidewalks hurt you when you fall on them. There, that's better. There, that's much better. Oh, but look at Jessica. She can't see much with her mask on.
It's too big for me.
What about that mask? She can hardly see through those tiny holes for her eyes. You wouldn't see that car coming as you start to cross the street. Unless you look down, you can't see that you're coming to a curb. Ow, that hurts. Sprawl out on the street in front of a car coming. As the driver of a car or truck, you might not see her until it's too late. And that's really scary. Let's take another look at her costume. Whoops, down she goes again. It seems as if she's collecting more bumps and bruises than candy tonight. So we can shorten the skirt. Now, the broom. That's a clumsy thing to carry. It's usually easy to shorten brooms. Cardboard brooms and swords are usually safer than wooden ones. But it's safest not to carry anything like that in the first place. What about that color? What about this color? A white costume makes an unusual, different kind of witch, who's more likely to be safe on Halloween night. Decorate it with reflective tape or reflective patches. You should also add some of it to the bag or container you'll use to carry home your candy. And it's a good idea to write your name, address, and phone number on the sack. How about the mask? Improve the mask by cutting larger holes to look out of. There, that's better. But there is an even safer way. You can simply not wear a mask. Oh, you think you need a mask to disguise yourself? Well, just watch what you can do. With a little help from your parents and some scraps of cloth or old clothes from around home. An eyebrow pencil, different colors of eyeshadow, rouge, lipstick, an old mop or wig, some wax teeth, maybe some clay and food coloring, and a few other odds and ends. You'd be surprised what you can turn yourself into.
A monster needs an ugly face. But does it have to be a mask? Makeup can be just as good, and it's always just the right size for you. Just don't get it in your eyes.
Whether you buy a costume or design your own, be sure that it's made of flame-retardant material. That means material that won't catch on fire easily. Now our little witch has turned into a beautiful princess. Make sure you carry a flashlight when you go.
When it's dark, you can't see what's there. Don't shine those flashlights into anybody's eyes, especially a driver's eyes.
Walk as far off the roadway as possible and get out of the way if you have to.
The people who live in my house like to take pictures of the children who come by.
Hey, we're gonna take a picture for a treat too. Good smile.
If you don't know the people very well, don't go into their homes. There are a few people who will do things to hurt kids. They might put sharp or hard objects in candy and apples. Or they might put something on fruit or gum that could make you sick if you eat it.
Trick-or-treating is always fun. And if someone you don't know very well invites you in.
Look, tonight. Would you like to come in? I have more treats inside. No, thank you. No, thank you.
That's right. Say no thanks.
It rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
What's your trick?
What you guys eat for breakfast?
What?
Those toasties. What's a wiener when you take out its inside?
What?
A Halloween. Where does Dracula keep his money?
Where?
In a blood bank.
Here, have some candy.
Some practical jokes and pranks aren't so funny. Keep your jokes funny and harmless.
Some people have a strange idea of fun. They think it's fun to mess up other people's things with paint. They don't think about how the people feel whose things are ruined. And some people think it's fun to throw things at cars, and houses and buildings. But the people whose things they're messing up don't. I don't either. Some people even think it's fun to smash pumpkins. Oh no, that's not fun. Some people don't know what fun really is. I do. And I'll bet you do too. And I know they do. You see, some people think it's fun to play tricks with your treats. Watch out for candy wrappers that have been torn or punctured. Watch out for things that look like candy, but might be medicines or drugs making you sick. And don't keep any treats that don't look right.
Fruit should be washed before you eat it. Tonight has been a magical night. We saw a scary monster changed into a beautiful, happy, and safe little princess. How about you? Will you follow the lead of the little princess and have a safe and super Halloween this year?
You won't have to worry about scary, real things happening on Halloween, right? Right.
Have a fun and safe Halloween.
Well, as you can see, we had a nice dinner tonight at the Black Bear Diner, and I hope you enjoyed our show tonight, and we'll see you next week.
But some fantastic, huh?
Yeah, it was really good.
Okay. Stay safe at Halloween. Don't, and they shouldn't scare the kids either.
No,
That was funny.
So.
Bye.
Have a nice day.